And we're live. We did it!
Yay.
So now we wait for the people to come. Hopefully. So I don't know if we're going to leave this on the Facebook page or not, the secret group page. But is it showing yet? You're not in the group yet.
I am in the group.
Oh, so...
Oh, here it is.
Okay, there we are. We're live. We have 2 people joining us. Ron is here.
Do I count as someone who's joined us?
Yes, you joined us too.
I joined too.
You joined too.
I'm watching the live stream.
What's up? So we have 2 Erics, so I'm not sure how. I just say Eric M. Hey, Ron.
They both spell their name the same.
Yeah, E-R-I-C, I believe.
Yeah.
Hey, Captain Tiki, we got a shout out to Captain Tiki.
Hey! I was just taking selfies with Captain Tiki.
Yes, you were. I'm gonna push Captain Tiki to the moon. I want that dude to be like a household name, like Captain Tiki cereal. Guys, what is going on? Hey, so can you hear us okay? Because this is our first Facebook Live doolally, and so I'm curious if it's picking up the microphones or if it's Eric M is fine, cool. If it's picking up the microphones or if it's going through the if it's trying to go, bypass the microphone. So if we sound good, just let us know.
Or if we sound bad.
If we sound bad, yeah. If we sound good, let us know. If we sound bad, don't say anything.
Don't say anything.
Thank you, Ron.
Let's keep sounding bad.
Okay, great. We sound good. Okay, so how's everybody doing? I see you all made it here. I gotta say, like, personally, this is such more. It's like I'm such more relaxed than on a standard YouTube. My water fell over. Than on a standard YouTube live stream, because it's all like my favorites, and it's like the community. It's like it's my support group, really.
It's like when a parent says they don't have favorites,
but they really
totally do.
Exactly. That's exactly true. So yeah, so there's like, I feel really good about this. Did anybody catch the accidental live stream yesterday morning? Because I was so here's the thing. This was a long road to arriving here for this live stream. I tried out different things, and I ended up I was gonna do it through YouTube, through something called Eric Griggs. What's up, man? What's up, Josh Jab Cougar? Jab Cougar Mellencamp, as I always like to say. But I was going to do... So YouTube wanted me to do this thing with Wirecast. And I was testing the Wirecast software. And I thought I had everything set... Eric M. Could you hear it? Like, I wasn't like, mother effer, like, piece of... Like, I hope I didn't say anything super embarrassing. But, like, I had everything set to unlisted. It was supposed to be completely private. And... she gets a notification on her phone. It was like, Serial at Midnight is live streaming. I was like, what? No. And so...
And that creepy serial killer light you had going.
The creepy serial killer light, like it was on the laptop computer that has a very old, outdated camera. And
that you had tape over.
I had tape over, so it was smudgy as well. And it was like no lights were on in the room, so it absolutely looked like Seven. It looked like an outtake from the movie Seven. And I didn't even know I was live, so I have no idea what I said, or if I, again, hopefully I didn't say anything. I mean, I don't just sit around like bad mouthing anything or anybody or whatever, but hopefully, hey, that looks good.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the live
Eric M
stream.
said he watched it for a second and it was clear it was only a test.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I mean, I don't know why anybody would think it wasn't just a test, but...
Well, there was that one person.
But you never know.
Someone was like, "Why are you live streaming so early?" I'm not gonna name names. But it was accidental. So after all that, I mean, we worked on it for like an hour yesterday morning trying to get Wirecast set up, and it was clear that it just was not a good idea. It was not for the best.
Not for us.
Yeah.
It was a huge pain for us.
So, and it's also associated with YouTube, and I look, YouTube is great, but I don't want all my eggs in the YouTube basket because they're stringent with their rules. First of all, you get 3 strikes on YouTube, and if you like use copyright, like anything, if you get a strike, if someone's like, no, they stole that from me, and you get a strike, you get 3 strikes and you're done. Your channel is over. So anything that we can do that's like less stringently ruled sounds good to me. So this seemed like a really cool idea because by this group being completely private, it's not a closed group. This is a private group, meaning that people don't even know it exists. The only way you know it exists is if you get invited to it. So I thought it was for the best, and who knows, like, I don't want to... Look, I haven't explored all the options about what we can do here yet, but I feel like the sky's the limit because once we hit stop on this, well, that's another question I want to ask you guys is should we archive these live streams for future members, future Patreon people who miss them, or when they're over, do you want them to just be like, just gone? That's a decision to make, and frankly, you guys can make it. No, I have no strikes, Jamie. No strikes. Which, you know, I did get one thing that did irritate me is I had done a video. It was the Metropolis video where I went to Metropolis, Illinois. And I had gotten a song off I think it was the Free Music Archive. And it said, this song is free to use if you use attribution, which is where you credit who did the song. And you put it like in the video description. I did it. I covered my bases. And then someone... I don't know that it was the artist themselves, but it said like a month later I looked and it was like, you cannot monetize this video. This video is being held for review because you have used copyrighted audio. And I was like, no. And so I did something to try to dispute it, but who cares, right? They don't care. So I ended up having to edit that video after the fact with just like add in like, here they suggest substitute audio for you, and it made me so angry. It did because
to be fair, many things make you very
many
angry.
things make me angry. Yeah.
But that doesn't count as
they don't. I don't know that they get that yet, but they will. They don't make me angry.
No.
Circumstances make me angry.
Yes.
No.
I was super angry this morning about the antenna, the TV antenna.
Yeah, it
wasn't working
because
well.
we have antenna instead of cable.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie, man, why? Ban him. I want him out of it. I want him gone.
What did he do?
He said that he did it. It was
me.
him and he did it. So, but no, it's little things like that. Like YouTube, it's the thing, like YouTube is so big that any sort of individual, special, like, you know what I'm saying? Like any qualm that you might have, like, good luck. Because they're not, like, I don't have a contact at YouTube. Maybe if the channel continues to grow. But, like, you can't just be like, hey, no, I got this audio from this place. It was free. I follow the ingredients. I follow the instructions. And
like you're making a cake or something.
It's a cake of love and of art.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he wanted to shut down the channel before I got too big. Well, I mean, he's trying to keep me honest, so... but so YouTube like when looking for a further platform for there have been glimpses of Grumpy Heath in some of the videos. Yeah, Heath is grumpy. So it's like in the
Grumpy cat is your spirit animal.
Totally. Mm-hmm. What's the cat that I like so much on Instagram? Juno the angry cat. I love Juno the angry cat. He is my spirit animal.
He has your face most of the time.
But like so on like the main channel, like it's a little bit of a character, right? Like I am a happy, optimistic, upbeat guy, but it's turned up a little bit. And if I do catch myself being grumpy, like it gets cut out. But I will let you know, I am putting together a blooper reel for the Patreon exclusive videos. It's like 3 minutes long right now. I want it to be a little bit longer, but there is a blooper reel coming, and there's some of that. I think I'm not gonna. I dropped a bomb on one of those. I had to edit around the bomb that I dropped while we were shooting.
Was I there?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
It was when we were building the shelves, and I dropped an F-bomb.
I don't remember that.
That's okay. It's okay.
It's just everyday life.
So, the bottom line is that with all of YouTube's rules and their lack of like accessibility, you can't talk to anybody. I wanted something away from YouTube, and this seemed like a good idea. So,
how do you get a strike on YouTube? For what?
Well, it can be like if you're. There's a list. I can show you in the studio, but it's like. Behavior, I think, is one of like if conduct is really bad. Mostly it's copyright stuff. It's like if you're using copyrighted imagery, which I would like to do in some of this exclusive stuff. I would like to have like, so here's pie in the sky. I would love us all to be able to watch like a movie together or some television shows, like some old school TV or something like that, some retro TV. Joe Parrington, the Mego, the guy that was the PR guy for Mego, the notorious Joe.
The notorious Joe.
Joe. That's right. I literally I thought about it and I was like, do I go for it or do I go past it? I'm glad you went for it.
I did it.
You did it.
So you didn't have to.
So he's a great guy. Joe is a great guy. And he had an axe to grind, I think, on that video, and I just let him grind it. But he has like archives upon archives of old TV shows that never got released on DVD. And he's sending some to me, and I would love to be able to pay it forward and us like check them all out together. But couldn't do it on YouTube, that's for sure. So that's why something like this sounds really cool. We'll have to figure it out. That'll be explored. Actually, be thinking about that, you guys. Get your stripes white clean off your record every time you do it. He loves the Martin Scorsese impression. I did a Martin Scorsese impression in the top 5. I think I called it like my 5 favorite books. I don't have favorites, right? They know I don't have favorites. But it just happened. What would Martin Scorsese say? See, I'd have to have like So I was going to talk about this. I picked this up yesterday. Martin Scorsese reading the back of Stranger Things 2 box, it would probably be like, it's been nearly a year since Will Strange's disappearance. No, that's not it. It's been nearly a year since Will Strange's disappearance. But life's hardly back to normal in Hawkins. Not even close. See, that's not it. I don't know.
You have to workshop it.
I don't have, it just happened. It was the magic of the moment.
So you can't get it back.
It felt the beat of the rhythm of the night. And it happened.
They like your George Lucas. Ross Eller likes your George Lucas.
Yeah. So George Lucas would just be like, it's been nearly a year since Will's strange disappearance. But life's hardly back to normal in Hawkins. Not even close. That's how he laughs. He's like, looks like it hurts his whole body to laugh. The Scorsese needs work, man. I don't feel good about it. I know that Jab Kuga is a big fan. Dubba J is a big fan, but it needs J squared. It needs work. And I will work on it. So, but that's kind of the plan. Is I want to have more interactive stuff where we can experience things together. And YouTube is not the place for that because YouTube is like, what's up?
Oh, Jamie said that his mom picked up Stranger Things 2 for him, but she was very confused, thinking it was a VHS and not a Blu-ray.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Did she get the cartwheel discount? Did she get it for $5? So I was going to say, I posted about this. This was a scoop for the group.
Group scoop.
And this is, I don't know that it's on sale now. The site, so we were in the store yesterday, and the store did not, there's still like $25 in the store, but on the site.
It's through their app.
Through their app. Well, it's Target.com had them on sale for $10, but you could also go through the app because it's all linked, you know?
Oh, get $5
but there was a cartwheel offer, and it was a further 50% off the $10. Nice. So it was $5 for the single season Blu-rays, and it was $10 for the 4K, which we don't do 4K, but so $5. I was really happy to do that, and yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Target Stranger Things situation. They seem to have made way too many of these, but then at the same time, they don't really. I guess it doesn't matter. They just have them, and they do these sales every now and then. I think for Black Friday they had them for $5 or $10. But I passed that on to you guys so that you know, when I get scoops on really good deals like that. So the cartwheel thing was too hard to get her to figure out. But when I get really good scoops on stuff like that, I'll pass it on in this group. This group is actually going to be awesome because we can post things that like Patreon's Patreon is a nice place to go watch videos or whatever. But as far as like being able to have an active community where we're all weighing in on the same conversations and topics, this really seems like the best place. This seems like the best place right here. This place right here seems like the best place for stuff like that. We got anything I need to... I'm just talking away. Any questions or comments? You know what's nice is no one's like, what's your favorite such and such? Or like, have you ever thought about donating your collection to charity? I'm like, I don't even want to do normal live streams anymore. I need to because I know they're good for the channel, but
Jamie said trying to explain things to your folks in person is hard when you're like in person, but let alone when they're 2,500 miles away.
Yeah.
Which I can totally understand.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom's not that far away, but she clearly doesn't understand a lot of things that she calls Wi-Fi FYI.
FYI. She calls Wi-Fi FYI, which is awesome. And now we call Wi-Fi FYI. Ron, I haven't checked the post office box yet. I'll probably check it tomorrow. But fingers crossed. I'm excited about it. Ron sent me something Robin Hood Prince of Thieves related to the to the Poe box. Yes. Yeah, totally. I'm so excited about it. But I haven't checked it yet. So post office box is about 15, 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
But it's
at the most.
Yeah. So I wanted to just show you guys some of the stuff I picked up. I picked this up at Target yesterday. I did pick up Liar Liar on Amazon for $5. It might still be $5 if you are interested in Wi-Fi. It might still be $5, but this is one of the ones that I didn't have.
I can look and see if it's still $5.
Yeah, we gotta. You can multitask like that.
Fact check.
This is what I'm currently watching. I'm watching The Persuaders build with The Protectors. Now here's the thing about VEI, because I guess I should say full disclosure. I did reach out to VEI and I was like, hey. I talk about retro stuff on my channel, and I would love to talk about your retro stuff. Could you like add me to your PR list, your email list, and stuff like that? And I don't know if you do screeners or anything like that, but I'd love to talk about it on a channel. I have an audience of thousands, and we all love retro stuff. And they didn't even email me. They didn't even email me back, so that's not cool. But I will say, what was that?
I was moving Boba Fett.
Okay, I thought for a second there was a cat under the futon. Which would have been bad.
No, they're downstairs asleep.
You go into the carbon freezing chamber. But here's the thing. So this is really cool. Why is the image flipped? Oh, it must be. I didn't know the image was flipped. Well, that's a bummer. Is it flipped on there? Here, I'll hold this up.
Yeah.
It is. Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I can do about that. I wonder if I have any options. Well, just watch this in the mirror.
Yeah.
And that'll fix it.
Or we'll hold a mirror back here and we'll shine that in the mirror and see how it comes out on the screen.
Okay.
That probably won't work. That sounds really...
Just do it like this.
Here's this
one. I don't know. So, I'm enjoying The Persuaders very much, but the thing is they're so compressed. They have put 8 hour-long episodes on a single DVD. On HDVD, 8 hour-long episodes. That is by far the most compression that I've ever seen on a single professional product. But then I was looking around on Amazon, and they have other versions of this. So this is a 3-disc version of The Persuaders, and they have a 6-disc version. And I think at one point they had one that was even bigger, and it's interesting to me. They seem to have multiple versions of the same product. So that's a downside to this, and I would love to be able to talk to them about this, but they don't return my emails. So it is what it is. I'll tell you who does return my emails. I did
I do.
You do. And they do too.
Mm-hmm.
But I posted on Instagram about this just a little while ago, but this came in the mail. From Mill Creek Entertainment, who continues to be my favorite company because of things like this. So I want to do a series where I review all of Mill Creek's Blu-ray box sets, their TV on Blu-ray box sets, and I have most of them. And I have Community thanks to Eric M. And I'm going to do a video about that, by the way. But what I want to do is I'm going to do a series, like maybe one a month, where I just review a Mill Creek Blu-ray on TV on Blu-ray box set. But I didn't have this one, and so I emailed them. And I was like, "Listen, I want to do this series." First of all, every time I email them, they're so nice. And I was like, "I want to do this video series." I get requests because I actually have been getting requests. Can you talk more about their TV on Blu-ray? I was like, "But I don't have all of them. I'm missing the Rockford Files. Do you have any press copies around that I could that you could send me one of them for review?" And they were like It took a couple of days, and then they wrote me back and they're like, we're sorry, we don't have any press copies left. That came out, months ago. We don't have any left. However, because you have been such a good supporter of our channel, and because we all love Serial at Midnight here, we have ordered a copy for you from Amazon, and it should be to you soon. And they did. Like, they paid for this for me to review it. So I wouldn't say this on the main channel, but support like that, that's awesome. That makes me love Mill Creek even more, because they get it. They understand, like, it's kind, it's generous, it's professional, it's, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so nice, and it makes such a good experience.
They get you.
Well, they get me and I get them, because they have like, their company in the last 18 months is like a whole different company.
Such a sweet relationship.
But they treat me like I'm family.
I know.
They really do. You know that they do. They treat me like I'm family. I have a box of stuff. I don't know that I've showed the box. Have I showed the box in the videos of stuff?
In the box?
What's in the box? They sent me a box of stuff to pass on, and I will. By the way, there's going to be a giveaway at the end of this video. In fact, I'll go ahead and announce it. We're giving away Joshua Jeb Kuga is in this live stream chat, and he has. I'm giving one of these away on the main channel, and I'm giving one away at the end of this video. So if you want this, comment that you do want it, because horror comics are not everybody's cup of tea. I get that. This is a mature reader's title. Jeb Kuga has a filthy mind. No, but it's like just Joe Lansdale's story, so he's the one with a terrible mind. But no, but we're giving this away at the end of this live stream. So who wants it? Let Bree know, and you're gonna win this. And it is autographed. He autographed 2 copies to give away, and one of them is just says TCB. That's the one going away on the main channel, and this one says peanut butter and banana sandwiches and Cereal at Midnight. And I liked that one even better, and I'm passing it on to you guys because it's my favorite. So. Let Bree know. But just to go back to Mill Creek, like, that's pretty awesome, right? Like, that makes that's, and I don't want to name names, but when you reach out to a company and you like, you just want to be added to their email list, and they don't even write you back, and then you get something like this.
You've clearly not been added to their email list.
Exactly. So it's just really cool, and I wanted to pass that on because I think that it's really cool. So. Okay. What do you guys want to talk about? I've talked enough. I'll let you guys take the wheel.
I want to know what's your favorite.
No.
Okay, when are you going to donate your collection? Do you ever think about all the people who don't have anything? And
What's up with that
donate
question?
Your collection?
What is up with that question? Because the same person asks it like every live stream. If Scott Free's having trouble with the, he says he can't get the stream to work. Let's see if we can help him out.
All he sees is the chat. I don't know why.
Is he on the page?
Yeah.
Bree's always like this. Bree is sassy. You are. We try to clean it up for the main.
Oh no.
Are we connected again?
Looks like it.
Well, that's fantastic.
Why would that happen?
How do you clean your... Yeah, someone asked in the video, the comments of one of the videos, how do I clean my slip covers? I was like, I don't. How many films are on your shelves that you've not yet seen? With me, it's over 100. Oh, Ron, man. It's like,
A lot.
I don't know exactly, but it's a lot. It used to not be so much, but when I started the thrift store series, I ruined my life. No, not really. But when I started the thrift store videos, like, I was just finding all this stuff, and I was just like coming in way faster than I can get to it. So that's why I've kind of tried to slow it down. I wanted to focus more on quality over quantity. Like, I really want to do stuff like reviewing like I've been doing with the Horror Express review and the what's the other, the Waterworld review, and I got another one coming this week from Warner Archive. It's a Colossus of Rhodes review, Sergio Leone's unsung epic. I really want to focus on, like, because I know a lot about movies and I have a lot of passion and enthusiasm about this stuff, but when you're only, like, when your focus becomes like, we got to find deals at the thrift store, it kind of cuts into that, and it's coming in way faster than I can get to. So it's a lot. And I'm actually thinking about seeing what I can downsize and get rid of, because there's stuff here I'm just like, I don't know, am I going to watch that? Which I never thought.
Never thought you'd be that way, but I mean, it makes sense. This like spring cleaning.
Yeah.
Like every now and then you got to go through your closet and see.
Jamie Mason does spring cleaning every year for his collection, and his he gives it all away to charity, because no, he doesn't really. We were talking about this earlier. He was like talking about how he spring cleans and stuff. I'm freaking hot. I'm thinking about taking my hoodie off.
Woo.
Thinking about stripping down from the waist up. Yeah, well, listen, Double J, man. Like, there's stuff J squared. I'm sorry, listen, J squared. There's some stuff that. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. He knows. I should probably just hang on to it, because what I don't think I want now, like all those Doctor Who DVDs. Like, now that they're putting them out on Blu-ray, do I need the DVDs? I don't know that I do. But then watch me, I will sell them. And then it'll come out that, like, but the DVDs had scenes, the Blu-rays had censored scenes or something like that.
Jamie said it's more organizing, and most of the stuff he gives away isn't his. See, that's the key, is to give away things that don't belong to you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. I saw another question up here that I was... I gotta take this hoodie off.
Go ahead.
There's gonna be mic noise. I'm sorry.
Someone asked if you have any planned Elvis content coming up.
I
You
don't. Nah.
Okay.
I don't, but I'd like to.
Did you hit me with it?
I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna go. I gotta go under the shirt. Okay. All right, we did it. PlayStation. Okay. Yeah, it's the Marie Kondo thing where she's like, clear out your life. I was talking about it earlier. I mean, Greg's probably saw it, but like, I feel like it's so sad when these people are like, just get rid of all your stuff.
So we at our last meeting at work. I'm a teacher. At our last faculty meeting, we watched some Marie Kondo stuff because
I'm listening.
They're redoing our classrooms over the summer, and we're going to have basically no shelving and no storage. So they're like, you've got to purge and get rid of everything. And I'm like, how can I get rid of everything in my classroom?
And why would you?
I mean, some of it's important.
Because none of it's useful.
I mean, some of it's really old and it does need to go, but then I have so many books, and they are going to give me a bookshelf for all my books. But
yeah.
I'm like, I have all these file folders of activities and things. I'm like, and they just want us to throw it all away.
Yeah.
It's like taking over everybody.
That was, you told me a story about, you said, like, I have things that are not, was it CDs?
Oh, yeah. I have, I actually have VHS tapes in my classroom. And
because that's all that exists on.
Right, and I have DVDs, and I have CDs, and they are going to get rid of my, my radio that's like a CD player. And I was like, well, how am I supposed to play this stuff? Because my work computer does not have a CD drive, and then I'm not going to have this. And the tech lady is like, well...
Jamie's comment.
And she was like, well, isn't it all just digital now? Well, no, it's not. It's not all in digital form. So I guess, I don't know.
You were supposed to be digitizing your VHS tapes. You just didn't know it.
I know.
But that's the mentality, right? Like, well, it's not digital, it's garbage. Like, I mean, yeah, you probably should have digitized. Like, if they're important to your classroom, I guess it would be a good idea to have them digitized, which I don't think
we don't watch my VHS tapes. I was just pointing out that I still have some. They're about to go wherever you tell me to put them. They're not going to live in my classroom anymore. Yeah. Should I get rid of them or bring them home? But yeah. So it's like, that's everywhere, that Marie Kondo. Mm-hmm. Like, if it doesn't bring you joy, then you should get rid of it. But if all of these things bring you joy,
sure brings me freaking joy. Freaking joy. Can't you tell how freaking happy I am about it?
Back to Jamie's comment, if the students don't bring you joy.
Ron, what's your eBay store? Let everybody know so we can shop. And we're expecting a 75% discount on also. No, just kidding. Scott has have not picked up the trade of the last Mr. Miracle book, but it did pick up the individual issues. Genuinely shocked that it was such a big deal. That was the only one. No, dude, everybody... Like, I like Mr. Miracle. I don't know that I have any Mr. Miracle. But I do have a huge affinity for the run of Justice League stuff from, like, the J.M. DeMatteis and Keith Giffen era. The Big Bard, like, when it was Scott and Big Bard and all that stuff. Which is probably the last time I've read those characters, to be perfectly honest with you. Ron's Cool Stuff on eBay. Awesome. Mm-hmm. Anything else we need to be...
So far 2 people...
I want to lean back.
I know.
Let's get comfortable.
Hard to sit on. Okay. We'll see how far away we can sit.
Yeah. Let's do it like this.
Let's go stand back there
with
the Blu-rays.
Yeah.
I forgot. Oh, I only have 2 people so far who have entered and said they wanted the Bubba Hotep comic. It could be that people forgot or are new to the live stream.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you guys, whoever wants a copy of an autographed copy of Bubba Hotep and the Cosmic Bloodsuckers, written by Joe R. Lansdale, adapted by Josh Jabkuga, who is here with us right now, if the storm has not completely blown him and his family away. This is going to you guys at the end of this chat. So whoever wants it, just comment, like, I'd like the... Okay. Comment, and we will select... We will draw lots, and then we will fight in an arena, Peplum style, for the...
Arena.
The other thing that I wanted to tell you guys is that we watched Whiplash the other night.
Quite a journey.
It was quite a journey. I had a borderline anxiety attack twice during the movie. And not joking. This movie was intense. There's a scene with, like... I won't even spoil it, but, like, this movie just doesn't freaking stop. And J Squared is still here.
I see.
Okay, cool. Glad. Hope everything's okay in upstate. Is Buffalo? Is it upstate? It's near Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters.
Let's just give us your address, Josh.
Yeah, put your address.
We'll say it out loud on the live stream.
Yes. And he has more copies, so if anybody just wants to go to his house and pick them up.
He'll give you one.
But yeah, Western New York. Okay. But anyway, so like, yeah, so we watched this. We actually had to stop it twice because I was getting too upset. Right? Like,
yeah,
you were pretty upset too. Oh, okay.
1313 Mockingbird Lane.
Nice. But so you guys seen Whiplash? And if you did, like, I could not imagine seeing this in the theater.
People have commented that it's intense.
Is okay.
The movie doesn't stop.
Hence
the title.
The climactic drum solo. Even just the dude playing drums, it's like a 10-minute drum scene, and it was just such a bombardment, such a cacophony of sounds and like quick beats and flashes, and I was just like, man, I'm so glad I'm not in a theater, because if I was in a theater, I would probably have to get up and leave. Which is one of the reasons that I don't like to go to the theater anymore, because I get freaked out by, like, when things bombard me.
You're overstimulated.
Is that what it is? I'm overstimulated? Maybe so.
You gotta keep a paper bag in your pocket to breathe into.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Ron had asked, what's the last movie that everyone saw? So I guess ours was Whiplash.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. No.
Did we watch? Yeah. Well, you might have watched one since we watched that together.
I started Samson and Delilah because of my Peplum thing, but
then it had that long overture.
It started with a 5-minute overture, and I was like, I don't have this in me right now.
Well, it was late at night too. I mean,
no, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
It was like 4:00 in the afternoon.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
It was like 4:00 in the afternoon, and I knew that it was over.
It's so late to watch a movie.
I knew that it was over 2 hours, and it was a 5-minute overture. And I was like, I don't have this in me right now. So.
Ron saw A Star Is Born.
What'd you think, Ron?
This.
Can we duet on is it Shallows? Is this the name of the song? Shallows? Oh, bless you.
I'm sorry.
Far from the shallows now.
And Jamie Mason watched Murder on the Orient Express, the new one.
What'd you think about it? Because apparently it's a very controversial movie.
Yeah, we talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah, like some people are like, oh, it's really cool. But then people who have seen the Albert Finney one, because the Albert Finney version is very popular, is very famous. He's like the iconic screen version of Poirot. And they're like, man, F that new movie. That new movie sucks. Like, Kenneth Branagh's a douche. Like, they really hate the Kenneth Branagh version. Yeah, just waiting to see what the response is.
But he did Thor.
I know. Well, I like Kenneth Branagh from, like, all of his, Can You Ever Forgive Me? Thought it was a perfect movie. That's the one that's got,
with,
Melissa McCarthy and Richard E. Grant.
Yeah.
And did you read something about the book? No, you passed the book up. It's from, I'm okay. I'm sputtering out on the live stream. Okay.
You okay?
Yes. Love Orient Express, but I'm sure the 70s version is better. Yeah. I'm sure the 70s version probably is better. But everything from the 70s is better, I assume. 70s cocaine's better than...
I wouldn't know about that.
Can't do that on YouTube. Can't talk about cocaine on YouTube. You probably can. There's probably people doing cocaine on YouTube.
Oh my gosh. Sometimes when I open my YouTube app, I'll just look and see what's trending, and I am just floored by the things that are trending. Like, they are just so dumb looking.
Jamie Mason's basically doing... Everyone likes Albert Finney more. I guess it's just you and me on this hill. It's not just us.
What hill are we on?
The hill that we die on, where we like Murder on the Orient Express by Kenneth Branagh.
Oh, well, nobody has said they don't like it.
That's true. They
just said the 70s one is better.
Eric M., I missed the 1976 articles too. I'm literally tapped out. This, like, when I was doing that, like, as it was happening, Serial at Midnight was growing and growing. And I would love to be able to write more for F This Movie, but Heath is at a limit. And everything that I have is going into Serial at Midnight, because this is, like, it is becoming something, and it is, like I say, like, it's growing, but it really is. Like, when I'm making all these relationships with these companies, and they want reviews for things, and, like, everything's happening, like, I'm giving 110% to Serial at Midnight right now. And that's the plan. But I'm just about at a limit. So, I would love to write more of those reviews, too. It wouldn't be 76. I'm not going to tell you what it was. I might have already said it. But I had something I was lined up and ready to go doing. And then things just happened. And life happened. Not just for me, but at F This Movie, too. Some life things happened, and it just didn't happen. And I don't know that I can get it started right now. Anyway, but...
And we're about to go... Josh and Jamie are about to go down a Peppa Pig rabbit hole.
Oh, no. Well, good luck, guys. Good luck. Thanks for being here. It was awesome to have you. Thanks for stopping by. And the vote was to keep this live stream, right? To keep it for posterity, right? Okay,
yeah.
So that's what
anyone who maybe is not here can go back and watch it. Or just people who want to rewatch it because we're awesome.
Okay.
Clearly.
All right. Well, do you guys want to keep going, or do you want to wind it down? You guys let us know. We kind of penciled in an hour, but if people are ready to go, we can end early if you want to. Just let us know. And we wait.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going on?
I mean, not much. I'm just hanging out moderating this live stream.
You're doing a good job, by the way, too. Thank you so
by the
much.
way, Liar Liar is no longer $5.
It's not?
It's $14.98.
$15. That's a different version.
$14.98. It is?
Click this multi-format one. That's the one. But it's gone up to $13.44.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not shipped in. So they sold out of there. No, that's a Region B. Huh. It's gone. It must have sold out. So Liar Liar sold out. What about the Oscars?
The Oscars are tonight. Is anyone watching? That was on your list of discussion topics.
I'm not watching the Oscars.
No, we don't ever.
Are you guys watching the Oscars? I used to. But now, like I'd even say for like the last 10 years, I just can't work up the excitement about it. I don't even look up to see who won the next day either. I used to do that. I'd be like, well, I'm not going to watch it, but I'll at least see who won. And now I don't even do that. So I'm not knocking it, but okay, hold on. If I had to pick one person to host the Oscars, who would I pick? Jeez.
Jon Hamm.
Jon Hamm?
That's always my go-to. It's not even yours, it's mine.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, who do I like?
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. But would he be good at hosting the Oscars? I don't know. Probably, because he's good at everything. Mm-hmm. What if he hosted the Oscars in the Santa costume from that
Christmas movie?
That Netflix Christmas movie.
Netflix?
That would be even better. Yeah, I'll go with Kurt Russell.
Eric N. said Childish Gambino. He wouldn't agree to do that, though. He'd be awesome,
he wouldn't.
Though.
Man, Childish Gambino. By the way, did I mention? I did mention that I'm going to be doing a community review for
you did.
the channel. I said that right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the middle of
love
second watch through
Donald. Yeah. Yeah.
Community.
We're watching it again. We're watching it a second time. Like, we finished it the first time, and then we're like, what do we do? Rather than start something else, we were just like, let's just start let's watch it again.
What does our life even mean anymore?
Yeah.
So we had to start watching it again.
Yeah. But we love it.
Yeah, we did.
It's just, I didn't, because they know, like, I was like, no, I don't watch Community. Stupid. Chevy Chase thinks he's so funny. Ken Jeong, he's not funny. And then...
Well, to be fair, Chevy Chase does think he's very funny.
He does think he's very funny, and he's really not. And I would say the same about Ken Jeong. Like, all of my opinions that I had about those two people have not changed.
Well, they were just really affirmed.
They've been absolutely affirmed. But somehow it doesn't matter.
No, we still love it anyway.
Because the whole is greater than the parts. So, J Squared says that Solo was maybe the most underrated movie that he's seen in a long time. Speaking of Donald. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Solo, honestly. Sometimes I like it more, and sometimes I like it less.
That's how you roll, though.
That is how I roll.
Tomorrow he'll love it, and the next day he'll be like, it was okay. It's hard to keep
What's up with that? What's up with that?
I don't know.
I don't mean to be difficult.
Jamie Mason wants to know if there's a TV series we're watching, which we answered.
Community.
We're watching a lot of things.
We have a lot of irons in the fire. We're still watching Bewitched. We're on season 5 of Bewitched.
Yeah. We're still watching SpongeBob, sort of.
Not really.
Well, we're still in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Well, and then there are other shows that just come on regularly that we keep up with.
We watch the Goldbergs. Why did I say the Goldbergs? We watched the Goldbergs and Fresh Off the Boat. Mm-hmm. But I gotta be honest.
I watch Will and Grace.
And I watch Will and Grace too because we do
it together.
I've literally seen every episode of Will and Grace.
Not the most recent ones.
Yes, I have.
No, we're not caught up yet. There's some on Hulu we need to watch, but you have seen all the others.
I've seen every one of them that you've seen. Then.
Yes.
All right. Which is like multiple times. Like some of those are going on like time number 5.
But it's still wonderful.
Are we fighting on a live stream?
We're not fighting. We don't ever fight.
Why are you doing this right now? Why are you doing this right now? Goldberg. Okay, so here's the thing about Goldbergs. It's like, I love the Goldbergs. Mm-hmm. But I feel like this season something's off.
It's different. It feels different.
And I have heard, they're doing the spin-off show, Schooled, with AJ Michalka's character. Mm-hmm. And I think that Adam F. Goldberg has gone to that show to get it going. But I don't know for sure. But it just seems like Elvis has left the building there. It's there. It looks like the Goldbergs, and it behaves like the Goldbergs, but something's missing. Also, I feel like they were really phoning it in for a lot of that stuff too. Like the conflicts seem to be getting more and more petty, and I
think it's harder too because the kids are all growing up. Like
that's part of it too.
The oldest sister, Erica, she's of college age, but she's doing nothing. Yeah. And then
J Squared, it does have Bill Goldberg. So you should probably watch. Who's next?
That's true.
Yeah.
But both... Has Barry graduated yet? Or he's about to?
He's about to graduate.
Yeah.
Even though he's like 24 or whatever. Yeah, dude. Goldberg is in the Goldbergs. He's one of the coaches. Goldberg on the Goldbergs. But I don't know. It just feels like it's not quite the same. It feels like the creative energy behind it. It's, you know what it's... Okay, since we're watching Community, it's like when at the end of season 3... the studio fired Dan Harmon, and the show continued for a season without Dan Harmon, and it was still funny, and it was still all the same people involved, but you could tell something was missing, and it was Dan Harmon. I feel that way about the Goldbergs. I think Adam F. Goldberg is not making it his priority. Same can be said for Buffy. When Joss Whedon split off to go do Angel, Buffy kind of sagged a little bit too, and I don't know that it ever totally... between 3 and 4. When Buffy season 4 started is when Angel season 1 started. And you could really tell, like, Joss Whedon has left for Angel, and Buffy is now, like, Marty Noxon was kind of in charge of that show at that point, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's the same, like, you could just feel when the creative energy behind the show has left, and that's one of them. So, I don't know. Not caught up with the current season. Yeah, this is the thing about lifespan of shows too. It's like you get to season 5, season 6. That's, I don't know how Supernatural's on like season 43.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Seriously, they're on season 14, right? I think it's 14.
I think so.
We quit at 5. We quit after 5 because we started season 6. We made it halfway through season 6 of Supernatural, and we're like, this show is rudderless. This has no... Yeah, Eric M says no TV show should do more than 5 seasons. That's probably true. I might go 6, but even if you get to 6, the magic's gone because all the character arcs have completed. Journeys, trajectories have kind of worked themselves out. It's hard to, some shows manage to do it, like MASH managed to do it. Like The Simpsons, like when was the last time anybody watched The Simpsons or cared about The Simpsons? And yet it's still on. Family Guy.
Is it still on?
Simpsons?
No, Family Guy.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Totes.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anything else?
That's true. Jamie brought up a good point that animated series have longer lifespans because the characters can't grow up.
That's true.
Yeah. Because I do think that's part of the problem on the Goldbergs. Because that was part of the problem on the middle, too.
That's what Eric M. saying, yeah.
Is that... in the middle, both the older kids were out and in college and out of the house, and all that was left was Brick, who can't carry a show.
Yeah. So. He's not interesting enough to carry a show. Okay, so Eric M still watches The Simpsons, but he doesn't care.
He doesn't care though.
He just watches it.
Just part of his routine.
Yeah.
He says.
So he's voting for Family Guy and South Park.
Yeah, he says those are still fun. I do think that is helpful with animation. The characters can't grow up, and that was something that they joked about all the time on The Simpsons. Was that they don't age, the kids don't age.
It's true.
Yeah.
Or else Oliver. We were talking about Cousin Oliver. We were literally talking about Cousin Oliver today because sometimes on Sunday we'll watch the Brady Bunch while we eat lunch because it's on and we don't have cable, we have antenna, and it's on. And so, but I don't know that I've ever seen a Cousin Oliver episode.
They've shown them on that channel, but they don't show them very often.
Which makes me wonder if they have a certain rotation that they go through, and then they Ron, I have never watched The Big Bang. I take that back. I've tried to watch The Big Bang, and I didn't like it. Surprise! It upset me. Imagine
something upsetting you.
It's shocking, right? I know.
Unbelievable.
Like, why would I do that? Why would it upset me? Now, do you like it? Do you watch it? It felt oddly personal to me. Now, this was a good 12 years ago. I don't know. This was when it was new. I gave it a shot. It's been on for a long time. Probably not that long. But I remember talking about it when I was podcasting the first time around. That was like 2006, 7, 8. I think I podcasted through 2008, maybe. It felt insulting to me, and I felt like every character was overly stereotyped for comedic effect, and that they weren't having fun with the characters, they were having fun at the characters' expenses. And as a comic book fan and a pop culture fan, It kind of bothered me, but it may be a knee-jerk reaction. It may be because I am obviously who they are, you know. Like that's our culture. That's our culture, right? So I love Star Trek. I love you know, all that stuff, but I didn't relate to those characters.
Seem, if I may say, you seem to have trouble when people are poking fun, even if it's in good fun, at those things, because you were made fun of so much.
Because I paid for it. Yeah. Because when I was going through the system, high school, middle school, all that stuff, you got beat up for liking those things, and now it's cool or like whatever. And so I probably do default to an overly reactionary reaction.
You take things very personally.
It does feel personal to me. And that doesn't mean it's right. I should probably watch it again, because goodness knows people love that show. And I know that a lot of cool people that I like have been through it. I know that Will Wheaton is he's been a recurring character, and I know that Ron can relate. He's got a picture of himself in the Batmobile, the '66 Batmobile.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, just jealous stuff. Yeah. But I don't know. It's just like, it just felt like that's part of the, I've talked about it a little bit on the channel, but like it comes so easy now for people to like, yeah, I like comics, whatever. And like, well, what's your favorite comic? And they're like, oh, I don't know. I don't really. Like I tell the story about the guy wearing the Batman shirt that I ran across while I was working my day job, and I was like, oh, you like Batman? And he was like, I mean, he's okay. I was like, why would you have his shirt on if you just think Batman is okay? And he was like, well, you know, whatever. And so I was like, that's kind of where we're at now. I was like, you wear the shirt. If someone like it's there's no cost, right? And that sounds douchey. That sounds like it sounds like I'm gatekeeping, and I don't mean to. But I don't mean to. Are you saying I do mean to? I don't mean to be a gatekeeper.
I call you out on that all the time.
You do.
Are you gatekeeping?
She does. She keeps me honest. And I don't mean to be a gatekeeper, but it's just like when I had to, we paid for this. Like we had to, like some of us literally blood. Like you paid in blood. You paid in your reputation. Beat you up? Not me personally, but I know people that did get in fights because like they got put in lockers. They got pushed in the bathrooms and stuff. Wow. Yeah, I got slammed into a locker one time.
For what?
Because I was a nerd, I guess.
Because you were you. Well, I was a nerd, but. Nobody gave me a hard time with that.
You had that ability to like mingle in between crowds and to like
I guess that's true.
The jocks, the academics, because you played sports, but you were also this was the valedictorian of her entire class. I'm sorry, what is embarrassing about that? But that's the point. Like you were able to move in between all these groups: the goth group, the academics, the jocks, the who else? Like like the band kids. Did you hang out with the band kids?
No, some of them. I guess.
Some of them, so not really. But, you know.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is fascinating what happens when niche things go mainstream. And I don't mean to be a gatekeeper, but it does bother me. What?
J Square said he got dumped in a garbage can head first when he was in 9th grade.
Like, for real? Is that are you being serious?
That's crazy.
And now he gets the right.
People actually do that.
Oh, absolutely. It's because you're a girl. You guys, girls are more.
Oh, see, we work in like emotional damage.
Yes.
Psychological.
You guys are like calculating
warfare. Yeah. Yeah, he did. Yeah, boys are just like physical.
Yeah, boys will just beat you up, and then like maybe you'll be able to work it out afterwards. Be like, oh, well, so I beat you up. I guess Spider-Man's cool.
We're good now, okay?
Yeah, but girls will like torture you behind the scenes for years.
Years of psychological problems and warfare. It's true.
This is not where I thought we were going in this live stream.
Where did you think we were going?
I didn't know, but like high school bullying and stuff and gatekeeping, I was just like, wow. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I want them to steer the ship because this is their thing. Like this is their live stream, so that's fine. But like, geez, man, now I'm having like high school flashbacks and.
Really?
I really am. Yeah. Well, I was thinking about to get pushed into the locker by that guy and the name that he called me. Because
dreams that I can't get into my locker. Jamie says Big Bang brings that out. All this.
So did anybody like the Big Bang Theory?
I think so. Our Chinese teacher likes the Big Bang Theory.
Oh, really?
Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting. Rise above bullying. That's right, man. I'm Heath with Serial at Midnight, and I'd like to encourage you to rise above bullying.
We'll do an NBC after school special.
The more you know.
And the more you know.
Shooting star. Just Jack.
That's right. So, Scott Free says he's noticed that you seem to like Arrow Video, but don't seem to care for Shout/Scream Factory. So he would like to hear your thoughts on those.
Okay. Well, there's more to it. Since they both seem to be quality, but Scream Factory to me. Let me choose my words carefully. They do not seem to... Shout/Scream does not seem to have quality at the forefront. I have a lot of Scream Factory discs. I need to do a video about them. But, I don't know, there's something about the way that Scream conducts business. It just rubs me the wrong way. They solicit things before they even have the prints in hand. For instance, they put out a... Blu-ray version of Silent Night, Deadly Night. Now, I already have Silent Night, Deadly Night on Blu-ray. And the thing about that movie is there was footage that was, like, excised footage that didn't get, like, they had to cut, you know, there's a whole controversy around Silent Night, Deadly Night. But footage was removed from it, and it was never put back in. And then... Heath dropping the pipe bombs about the screen. So, yeah, so... They had excised this footage for, I guess, to get it an R. The parents groups were concerned, but so that footage does not exist. As far as I know, that footage that has been taken out does not exist in HD. There are no film elements that they can restore it with. So all the restored versions of Silent Night, Deadly Night have HD, and then you get to that footage that had to be taken out, and it's like VHS quality or DVD quality. You can tell it's different. So Scream Factory's like, guess what, guys? We have Silent Night, Deadly Night, and it's going to be fully restored. And people are like, what? It's going to have this footage that was cut out in HD? And they're like, yep. And then, like, months go by. And then they're like, they put out a press release and like, as it turns out, we were told that the footage that existed in HD is not actually HD. Sorry, guys, but it does come with this really cool action figure. And it just bothered me so much because that's their pattern. If you look at their trend, they do that all the time. They solicit things. They clearly did not have the elements. They didn't know what the elements were. They were just soliciting something, hyping a product that did not exist yet. And I don't think that's how you do business. I also have a problem with the way that Scream Factory continually releases super duper editions of movies they've already put out. So like, you know, they put out like Ninja 3, The Domination. That's had 2 pressings now. They continue to re-release movies. Like they'll put something out in like 2015 and then they'll come back later and they'll be like, well, now we have a documentary on it and we've remastered the video. And like, you know, well, that would have been nice a few years ago. Why didn't you do that the first time? And it just really bothers me because I don't feel like they're doing it with integrity. I don't feel like they're doing it with their best intentions in mind. It feels like their model is sell the product first, then make the product, and hope it lives up to expectations. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And that bothers me. Arrow, on the other hand, I will also say Scream Factory releases, given like what they actually are, when you get them and you have hands on them, way overpriced for what they are. Arrow Video titles are expensive, yes, but they're loaded. They have hours and hours of things on them to get through. They have essays that you can read. The video quality is always really good. Scream Factory, I can't say that. A lot of times, we didn't pay this, but okay, so Mr. Mom. We bought the Shout Select version of Mr. Mom because I really wanted that movie on Blu-ray. I love Mr. Mom. And I think it was a $39 retail price for Mr. freaking Mom on Blu-ray. Luckily we caught it on sale, but I'm like, it had no special features. It had like an interview with a producer. No commentary, nothing new. Again, I'm not necessarily anti Shout/Scream Factory, but I don't think that it's necessarily being run well, and their business tactics turn me off. They also do not have good sales. They did do a decent sale about a week or two ago. But by and large, like 5-6 years ago, Scream Factory would have epic sales. You could pick up titles for $10. I think some of them would be sub $10. Now, if you can find, first of all, they're retailing these discs at $30-$40. I think the average Scream title retails for $29.99, sometimes $34.99, and some of their super duper exclusives are $39.99. That's super high if you're not going to, like if you're going to solicit Silent Night, Deadly Night with restored footage and then you don't have it. That's I just feel like that's backwards to me. So that is the Scream Factory rant. I will also say that I've had a bunch of trouble with Shout Factory discs, releases that we've bought that have scratches on them straight from the factory. Like bought them at retail. You open them up and they're covered in scratches, and you're like, and then I think it was Mr. Bean. They put out like a complete Mr. Bean set, and I went. It was at Walmart, so I got one. They were legitimate discs. You can put them in the computer to verify that they were like 8 GB discs or whatever, legitimate, not bootlegs. First set I bought, covered in scratches. I took it back, got a second set, and I'm standing there at customer service. I'm like, let me open this since I had such a bad experience with the last one I bought. So I opened it. Those were covered in scratches. I think I went through 3 sets before I found one, and it still had scratches. It had like gunk on it, like it had been on a floor or something, and then put back onto a spindle. And so also the quality control issues bother me as well. But that's the thing. So like I'm not totally against them. And if I could get an in with Scream Factory so that I could review their discs and give an objective opinion about them, I would. But I just don't think that what they charge most of the time is worth what you actually get. Whereas Arrow, complete other direction. Just a long-winded story, but it's kind of it required it, right? So.
Well, Ron also asked. Well, did he ask the other question? I can't remember who asked the other question. No, that was Scott Free. Well, Ron asked, what are your thoughts on bare bones discs like Warner Archive versus discs like the recent Waterworld set?
I like Warner Archive. And full disclosure, I now have an in with Warner Archive, so when you see Warner Archive titles pop up on the channel, they were sent for review. But I will be honest with you, Warner Archive charges, those titles are $17.99, and they do sales. I think, what do they do? 4 sales a year, where they are like $11.99, and it's totally worth it. And for instance, the Colossus of Rhodes that the review goes up on Tuesday, it has a commentary, which is awesome. Like they're not all bare bones. Some of them are. Some of it makes sense because they're just like, well, better to get this out of the vault and in the hands of collectors than to not. But I feel like the price is right for Warner Archive. Retail of $21.99 seems about right. So, did that answer that? Was that the end of the question? Did I address that completely?
I think so.
There was no B part? Okay.
No, that was it.
Okay. And Waterworld, I feel like, is well worth the money. I paid $25 for Waterworld. I bought Waterworld. I paid $25 for it because I pre-ordered it. It was a great deal. I got every penny that I put into it. Yeah, that's a good point about the Disney Movie Club, is they have a lot of exclusives, but there's never any extras. Mm-hmm. But for what you're paying, it's not $40. And you can get those, like Disney Movie Club basically encourages you to buy in bulk. So you get, buy one at regular price, then you're getting them half price. So you're getting $12.50 per title. That seems fair. I just want to make it clear, I'm not dumping on Scream/Shout Factory, and I do like that label. And there's some of those releases I do really want, but I don't tend to talk about them on the channel because I'm not willing to pay those prices for them most of the time. And same goes for the Vestron video line. Like I have a few Vestron videos, but those across the board retail for $39.99, and they're so not worth it. $24.99, that'd be fair, but $39.99 is a lot to ask. It's a lot to ask. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Why'd you?
I'm sorry.
Oh, here we are.
So is everybody okay? Like I didn't poop in the pool or anything, right? Okay.
I don't see any more questions right now. I see that other people have joined just in the last, like...
LJ, what's up, man? Glad you can make it. Bill is here as well. Bill, awesome. Do you want to start winding it down? Now that they're here, do you want to start winding it down?
Now that you've joined us, we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah. What do you guys think about Shout/Scream Factory? You guys are a bunch of movie collectors, and you like a lot of this stuff too. Am I way off target here? Am I way off target? Target. Am I off base, or does it? Like, what do you guys think about it? I'm really interested in what.
Well, Jamie Mason said it's like buying movies in the 1980s. Nobody could afford them.
Yeah. But if your goal is to, do we just have 2 people here now?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Everybody else has to go.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is anybody still there?
Ron, who I don't know if he's still here, but asked if anybody has Song of the South in their collection.
Yes, I do. Josh is still here. It's clearly not showing us everybody that's here.
Yeah.
Click watching now.
Ah.
Okay. But there's more because Josh is here. So this is not accurate. It's saying there's only 2 people here, but I think that there's more. Maybe it's 2 people in the chat.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Jamie's still here.
Jamie's still here. Ron's still here.
Whoa, Charles said... No. Yeah. I've lost the comment. No, Ron. Ron said the first time he bought The Godfather, it was $98.
Yeah. Those back in the day. Crazy prices on those things. That's why when Robin Hood Prince of Thieves was like $19.99, I think it was like, ooh, let's jump on it. But yes, I do have Song of the South in my collection. It's not legitimate, obviously, but it's I think it's a VHS rip of that movie. And I don't think we're ever going to see it legitimately released because it's just too controversial at this point. Even if they did and they put like a ton of disclaimers on it, it's just a public shaming event waiting to happen, like a Twitter war waiting to happen. Mm-hmm. So it'd be interesting. I'm not saying it's justified, but I like, it'd be nice if we could judge it for ourselves, and if we could, like, I don't know, I mean, the actor in that was nominated for an Academy Award, and people can't see it. So, yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, Gone with the Wind.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't seen that in forever.
What was $1,375? VCR? Jeez. We had a Betamax player in our house.
Yeah, Jamie brought up Splash Mountain, and I was thinking...
Oh, yeah.
That's what the characters are from.
Yeah.
It's really...
Yeah, you can have the ride of it, but you can't have... I mean, I guess
well,
that's
the ride just really looks like very Southern people. Or like their accents.
I don't know.
Or do you think? I don't know.
I don't know that I want to go there, but...
I don't really know.
Well, no, but I mean, even the ride has a lot of the elements that are present in the movie.
I've never seen the movie.
But that's the gist of it. They've taken out the Uncle Remus figure in it, but...
Maybe it's because they're all animals is why they can keep the ride.
Maybe so. J Squared is bringing up the Code Red Vinegar Syndrome situation. Do you guys... Who's into the Code Red... Has anybody been following the Dark Force Entertainment drama about the Code Red stuff going on right now? Just let that marinate for a second and see if anybody has any opinions on it. It's kind of a mess. I guess I'll talk about it. So Code Red... Let me get back in frame here.
I'm going to scoot back.
Yeah, you scoot back, I'll scoot up. Code Red is like a distributor, third-party label, and Bill Olson is the guy that runs that label, and for years he's had problems with, like, well, 1, with his reputation, 2, with his health, 3, with his business model. And I have a lot of Code Red titles, but like all of a sudden he got hurt. I think there was a suicide attempt, maybe. But then he got hurt, like he fell or something. I think it's diabetes related. information is hard to come by. I see your facial expression. I feel the same way. Like, what? And so the guy that's running Dark Force Entertainment, yeah, we can all see you. We can all see you. Just like nipping from a flask. What?
Sorry, that was off.
But he, so the Dark Force Entertainment guy has gotten involved now, and he's a former wrestler, and so it's just like hucksterism to the highest degree. And he's like doing live streams from the hospital. They sold like signed diapers on their website. It is a mess.
Diapers?
Yes, signed diapers from the hospital. It is no way to do business, but whatever. Synapse and Severin definitely have a lot of good titles. Severin, well, I had an experience with Severin one time. I did a video about the Severin videos.
Oh, that's right.
The scammed videos. Yeah.
You just did that to get views and get people.
I just did it for views. That's right.
And for Severin to send you a package.
That's right. That's right. The diapers are still available?
Sweet.
Let's go bid now.
Okay.
Let's go get on it.
That's exactly what I've been waiting to buy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess let's wind it down. I don't know who all's still here, but we were offering that trade paperback. So.
Do they need to continue to be present to win?
No, we will. No. If we're leaving the video up, it will be in the
Well, should we go with this, or should we other people who are here mention it?
You know what? Let me mention it one more time, because we do have fresh people here. We're giving away Bubba Hotep and the Cosmic Bloodsuckers trade paperback, signed by Joshua Jabkuga, who is here in the live stream. So if you want a copy of this, let us know. We were going to enter you into a randomizer and give it away in just a second, okay? So if you want it, let Bree know in the comments, in the chat. And we'll give it to within about 5 minutes, we'll give it away.
Yeah.
We'll wind it down. We'll power down the Death Star, and we will give it away.
Okay. I have a list of people who've already said they want it. Just if there's anybody who's joined us since then and you didn't know, let me know.
Yeah.
If you're
worldwide.
Worldwide.
Any other questions or comments to address before we sign off? Last call on questions or comments, guys. I know the Oscars are starting soon. Was it Eric Griggs who said that he's not going to be watching for the... Who is not going to be watching for the first time in 10 years? Do you remember who that was?
I don't remember who that was.
I would like to know what the deciding factor on that was. Because Ron wants it.
I already have him on the list.
Okay. Mr. Richter.
I just added him.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Oh, Eric M. Okay. What was the deciding factor? Because for me, it's just like they get longer every year, and it's always movies that like, it's cool that Black Panther's nominated, but I don't think it's gonna win. If Black Panther wins Best Picture, oh man, that might make me watch. Not that I just want populist movies or anything like that, but because the movies are boring this year. Okay, I respect that. I haven't seen most of them, so I can't comment. Yeah, that's a good point, Josh. The book is not available to the public yet. This is 2 weeks early. So it is an exclusive. I appreciate you reminding me of that. This is not available for purchase.
And it's signed.
Yet.
With a note. That's
right. And it is hand-signed with a note. And there were 2 autographed copies with notes. This is the one that I like. It talks about peanut butter and banana sandwiches. So it's the one I saved for the Patreons. Mm-hmm. Gotta watch out for the Patreons.
That's right.
Bohemian Rhapsody not up to par. Yeah, I've heard I haven't watched it yet. I've heard a lot of people say that I think it's absolutely probably going to win Best Picture, or he's going to win Best Actor. But I'm hearing a lot of people say that it's not great. Like, I'd rather just watch a Queen concert, but I don't know. We love biopics. Or as some people say, biopics.
Who says that?
People say biopics. It's like a medical procedure.
It is. I was like,
It's what they put.
Something scientists are working on.
It's what they put in the $6 Million Man. They put in biopics, so he'd be like, no. All right, Jeb Kuga's out of here. Thank you, man. It was so. I'm so glad you were able to join us. Thank you very much. You guys be safe, okay? Be safe in the storm.
Are they having a snowstorm?
They're having something.
Oh.
They're having an event. The event that came through here yesterday, our overnight event, has become their evening event tonight, I guess. See you, ma'am. All right, so last call on the Bubba trade paperback. Right.
Oh, Jamie said he called it biopics until he was corrected. That's what it looks like.
It does,
to be fair.
I'm not trying to make fun of anybody. I'm just saying, like, some people call it biopics.
Yeah.
So I've just learned, like, I say biopic, and they'll be like, or biopics.
That's true. It's like...
But it does sound like a medical procedure.
It's like, GIF or GIF.
GIF or GIF. That's true. We have the technology. We can rebuild him with biopics. All right, let's give the book away.
Okay.
Let's do it. Have you randomized?
Yes, I randomized.
You randomized. Okay.
I mean, you want me to do it again?
No. If you randomize, that's the winner. So the winner is Ron. Ron, you just won Bubba Hotep and the Cosmic Bloodsuckers. I think I have your address because of Patreon, but just to cover our bases, message me. Just message Heath, do like a private message to my Facebook profile, and I will get this in the mail tomorrow. Congratulations, and thank you to Josh Jeb Kuga for donating the book for the giveaway. That was very awesome of him. And I guess I should say there's still the chance on the main channel. If you wanted it and you didn't win it, I am giving another one away on the main channel. Mm-hmm. Contest ends on Friday as we're recording this. All right, well, guys, I guess that's gonna do it. I hope that everyone's having a great weekend, and I want to thank you for hanging out for the first Patreon. Thank you for hanging out for the first Patreon video. We will archive this here so that my grumpiness will be documented
go
for
into
all.
The archives.
Yeah,
just like how everything you used to tweet went into archives, but it doesn't anymore.
Huh?
The library, everybody's tweets used to go in the archives in the Library of Congress. That's right, isn't it? So like everything you tweeted, because they were keeping a record on us as humanity for anybody in the future who wanted to know what were people like when they tweeted on Twitter. But now they have so many, they can't do that anymore. So now they're just picking and choosing which ones to save.
So they're basically favoriting tweets in the Library of Congress.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that's where it is. I could be remembering incorrectly, but I know somewhere they were saving tweets.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because I was like, whoa, I better be careful what I tweet because it's going to go into this record.
It's just further evidence that social media is probably not a good thing. But this is cool because this is private and this is, So weigh in. We've hit you guys with a lot in this live stream, but like future about sharing content together. Sharing content, like maybe watching things. Would you guys like to watch, like maybe some retro cartoons, like some 70s cartoons, like some Filmation cartoons, or some old movies, or like we talked about maybe Judge Dredd or something like that? Just doing group, watching things and commenting about them at the same time. Weigh in on stuff like that. I believe when this video is done, it'll be archived here and you can still comment on it. But I don't know. It's a learning process. This is the first time for me, for sure. But, yeah. Alright, so I guess we'll sign off. Guys, thank you. Have a great rest of the weekend. 60s TV. That would be awesome. Some Honey West, maybe? Honey West is awesome. Which I can watch thanks to Eric Griggs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're getting answers right now. Not Judge Dredd. No, only the Stallone version. Man, Thundar would be awesome. I don't have Thundar. I'd have to figure out how we could get our hands on some Thundar at maybe Warner Archive. I don't know. Okay, so they're open to that. So my objective before the next month is to figure out how to do that. If you guys have any ideas how to do that, let me know. Because this is a learning experience for me. All right. Guys, thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. I love you. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy the Oscars if you're watching. And if you're not, enjoy your extra 6 hours that you have back in your life because of that.
For you to do something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I won't do the traditional sign off. I will just hit finish on this. Guys, take care. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You all for coming.
We appreciate you very much. We'll talk to you later, okay? Bye.
Bye.